Welcome to another episode of the Nintendo Powercast. I'm your host, N64 Josh, and we've got to get through this in a hurry because Johnny has set his sleep time on Pokemon Sleep and wants to be in bed at a relatively decent time. So, Johnny, how are you?
I'm doing well.
Cheesy, how's it going?
What's going on, cheese curds?
And Crawler, what's up, baby?
Hey, how's it going? Crawler coming at you.
Guys, if you'd like to join the Discord, head on over to n64josh.com/Discord. Jump into the conversation there. We would love to chat with you. Also, I'm going to try to start streaming some Mario Kart again very soon. I think
Have you played the tracks yet?
Yeah,
we raced some last week afterwards.
Yeah,
we
did.
We did.
Some of them.
Play them all.
Yeah,
we did a few. So hopefully that's going to be starting back up again soon. Just based on some current life circumstances. So I'm excited to race with you guys. And before we jump into the episode, Johnny, where can people connect with you?
I'm John Ebo everywhere: Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Communication Air Podcast. I'm not promoting Threads because it's already dead.
And Cheesy, where can people connect with you?
you can find me on TikTok, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, YouTube, Threads, because I think it's there for genuine conversations, not just clout chasing, Johnny, and the Communication Error Podcast.
That's boring. Who doesn't want clout?
CheezyC64, CheezyC64.
And Crawler, how about you?
Best spots are Twitter and TikTok. Nightcrawler724. Nightcrawlers without the E.
There we go.
Do I have to sleep with this thing on my bed?
Yeah, and you have to have it plugged in.
Let that radiation just pour into your face all night, you know?
Or you could buy the $55 puck like I did.
Yeah. Say who plugs their phone in anymore? I just rested on a induction thing.
Well, that might be all right. That might work.
Well, no, it'd fall off the thing. I don't know.
You don't have to plug your phone in, but I do think it's gonna like drain your battery if you don't.
I'll just charge it at work tomorrow. No big deal.
Yeah.
Also, I sent a friend request to Cheesy, but like, why would I want friends on this app?
I know, to check each other's sleep schedule, I guess. Or I don't know. I don't know what it does.
I don't like that.
We'll find out.
I just want this to record me sleeping and let me post what sounds come out throughout the night.
You can only have 2 sleep sessions a day, which is ridiculous. They need to account for
adult nap time.
I get my over the night sleep, and then my morning nap, and then my lunch nap.
You can't decide to change your birthday. It just told me that you can't change it later.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's unfortunate.
It has to be 90 minutes or more. That's a long nap. No power naps on here.
Yeah. No, you got it. It's real naps only. Real naps only. Well, we're gonna dive right back into the Switch 2 rumors because there's some court documents that are kind of giving us almost some release dates, which is pretty wild. But before we jump into that, Johnny, why don't you kick us off with everything the internet has been telling us about the Switch 2 and tomorrow?
Oh, well, yeah. Well, the only thing that they've said about tomorrow is Nintendo Switch 2 tomorrow. Like that was the tweet, I think. But it was the same person that tweeted the images of the Nintendo Switch 2. And I don't think they're real for one reason and one reason only.
Mm-hmm.
Why would they only show Nintendo Switch games? Like it was only Odyssey, Tears of the Kingdom. Like it didn't have any new games on the cover. Like why would they do that? Except that is a Nintendo move. They would do that. I take it back. It's real
for this new console. Buy our old stuff.
So that's not what I thought you were going to say. I thought you were going to say the one reason is that people have spotted that the Xenoblade Chronicles 3 box art is not the same as what it is on the Switch. I don't know that to be true.
It's probably an updated version. It's probably the Xenoblade Chronicles Pro
Xenoblade Chronicles X, only playable on Switch.
Well, there's a very real possibility that these are, HD remakes or deluxe versions that guaranteed to run 60 FPS, and all the
I
marketing.
think if this is a fake image, the person that made it, they screwed up by showing like the menu, because like on the original Nintendo Switch box, it's just like a blank screen. They're not showing games on the menu.
True.
I'm pulling up the image here to get another look at it. Yeah.
And if those Joy-Con are real, what? They're like little.
Is this from that tweet that we pinned in here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like Joy-Con within a Joy-Con.
So they're bigger, so they're a little more comfortable. And if you're player 2, like on the right-handed Joy-Con, you can move the stick down to be closer to your right hand. So I like the design for that aspect.
Are they bigger though? Because
they're
in the thing, it's side by side with the old one, and it looks smaller.
Well, look at the part that's shifting is smaller, right? But the overall Joy-Con itself looks to have a little more width to it, like if you were holding it like a controller, so it might be a little more comfortable.
If you look at the back, like the box that they also showed, like it looks like you could take out, or they compare it to original Joy-Con, and it looks similar in size with the grip, like the Joy-Con with the grip.
Here we go.
But it's just like,
there's the picture.
And then go to the other one though, the in the manual kind of thing.
This looks legitimate. The manual looks legitimate.
And that's what had me upset and asked if this was for ants, because like that to me is side by side, unless it's just a bad artistic rendering. And that has me worried. Why the shift inside the thing? I appreciate the extra space to hold onto it if it's going to make it more ergonomic.
Look at where the stick is on the original one, and look at where it can be for the new one.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. So because if you I don't know if I've had to play side with Joy-Cons a lot, right? And I usually try to go for the left Joy-Con because the stick is your thumb is closer, right? The right Joy-Con, it just feels a little bit weird because your thumb has to go so far to you're basically in the middle of the Joy-Con. Yeah. So this allows, but it's so strange to me that they're leaning so far into
still take off the controller and hand it to a friend for the rooftop party.
Yeah, but I mean they have the stats we don't have, right? So all we can do is basically guess what's there. So as far as data,
I mean, at this point, just keep it hybrid. But if you're gonna play with the crappy controller, you'll deal with it for the short amount of time you have to. But I don't know.
Does anybody read? What is this? French or Italian? That's a stupid American thing to say.
So yeah, the yellow button. I mean, also look at the why are there two different boxes? Is this
Maybe
a mini?
That doesn't have a dock in it.
There's no dock there.
But it's sitting on something. See the bottom side of the screen?
No, that's just a bad bezel. Well, oh yeah.
You see what I'm saying? It's
the mock-up person forgot about the bottom of that screen. That's what happened.
And
I don't, because that doesn't compute, because the Joy-Con are as long as, yeah, what's going on? That's just a bad mock-up. That's I mean, kind of confirming the fakeness of it all. And it's got a theme. There's a theme on the back there. That's not a real UI for Nintendo. It's like taking that's almost taking a page out of PlayStation, where it takes like the game that you're playing and expands it to the background of the menu, because it's got like clouds, like for Tears of the Kingdom, and then Mario and Cappy on the other one.
What doesn't make a whole lot of sense is the smaller box that has the Switch sitting in some kind of portable dock also shows it docked on the side of the
on
box.
The side there, yeah.
And the side of the box with the gray Joy-Con only shows it in handheld mode, except for on the, I don't know.
Okay, let's assume this is real. And for us, we'll probably get it to like review it. Is it enough though for people to upgrade their Switch, or like, because it seems like it's kind of running into a Wii U situation.
I stand by what I said last week. Give us
Which
a
is-
Band-Aid. Give us a Band-Aid to get us to Gen 9, and then let's get parity again.
This has a little 2 on it though. Oh, okay. So there's 2 of them. So it says Nintendo Switch 2, the one without the dock or whatever, and then Nintendo Switch 2 Max. That's what it says under there.
Yeah.
Is that what it says?
Yep.
So that
Oh, it
confirms
does.
we're getting Max.
So that's a
on
bigger screen.
Switch.
What?
We're getting Max. What used to be HBO Max, we're getting Max on
Oh,
Switch.
oh.
But that explains why the screen looks different. But that doesn't seem like that's smart use of resources, unless that's
Okay.
the old OLED screen that they're putting into the new one.
I think we could make this mock-up
Yeah,
with Photoshop.
most definitely.
But I just
We didn't make
why
that.
would the 2 be so small? Why would it be so small?
I think we could make this. That was the best thing I've ever heard.
But I mean, if this is real,
What's going on the top of the Switch?
I don't know.
Next to the yellow, like that big indent in the middle.
That's for Game Boy games.
I just think you would promote a new game, right? If you're gonna have games
Well,
on the box.
what do you mean promote new games? What do you mean?
Like Nintendo Switch
Like-
2 exclusive games.
Yeah.
Because
Why
I was
would
gonna
they
say
only
we're seeing Wonder, and there's
RPG.
WarioWare Move It.
Yeah, but this console is going to come out after those games are out.
Yeah.
Not if it gets launched tomorrow.
Revealed tomorrow, not
That's what I mean.
launched.
Yes, revealed. Sorry.
Well, I'm looking. All right, I'll try to get off of this not being real, but it's definitely not real. I'm looking at every single box for the Nintendo Switch, and none of them show the menu. None of them.
They're all dark.
So
screens.
why would they do it?
Yeah.
I think those little Joy-Cons come out. Like there's a little switch at the top of the
Yeah,
Joy-Con.
they come out. Yeah, for sure. Because then they can slide into a. Well, I don't know.
But yeah, what's going on at the top there?
What
Like, it looks
is-
like
what-
it.
What is the top of the menu there? What do you think that is?
I don't know. Well, the yellow one's probably the power button.
You want to know how I know this is another reason that it could be fake?
Whoa!
Where's that from?
It
Oh,
has
I don't want that to pop into the middle.
That was just sent to me from Nady Nay. He said check Discord.
Sorry, Cheesy. What are you saying?
well, it doesn't have a dock. It's a openless dock or faceless dock, which I do like. However, Nintendo's not going to make money that way. Like I'm staring at my Splatoon special edition dock, and they've sold so many consoles like that.
Yeah, but if you get the promise of not having a dock that has the potential to scratch your screen,
I mean,
They're just reusing Wii U tech at that point. That's all
they
they're
could-
using.
So special editions, they could do special edition Joy-Con and like the back as well when they release it. Because that's what the
exclusive theme for your Switch.
Guys, who is
digital.
taking the time to make this?
I don't know. This video is messing with me.
Who?
But why are they only promoting those games?
That's the question. Is this really
it's
a
fake.
new?
It's fake. It's fan mock.
Where did they get the Super Mario RPG
Photoshop.
thumbnail?
There's images out there already. There's official images.
Yeah, but
out there.
there's like a background on that one.
So
If this is revealed tomorrow, I'm gonna poop my pants. So if it does get revealed tomorrow,
Yeah.
when does it come out?
Well, according to the court documents from the FTC, it so here's the two things worth noting from these documents. Okay, it says Microsoft's commitment to make Call of Duty available on an in-development Switch model. Okay, so not current hardware. And then another piece here says Switch was released 3 years earlier, and Nintendo is expected to release the successor to the Switch as early as next year.
Cryptic says Johnny thinking we're living in the 90s and we don't have Photoshop and After Effects.
Hey, Cryptic, if I can't do it, nobody else can. All right.
So
as early as next year, that means it could come out like December of 2024.
They have consoles to sell still. They will. They're not going to have this come out until next year.
To me, it seems like the way they work it is it gets announced early January and comes out March or April.
Yep. Odyssey 2.
And I mean, you know, these images or whatever that we are seeing, like they're just.
That's another thing. Why would they promote a 6-year-old game as like their flagship game with Odyssey on the front?
Because it's fake.
It's a pretty good fake. Whoever did this Nintendogs.
I don't get the movable Joy-Con in the thing. Like, I don't get it.
It's just so that you can put it exactly where it's most comfortable.
It's gonna mess
you.
up patterns though for special edition Joy-Con.
They'll move with it. It'll be like a puzzle. So
Or maybe they're replaceable. Maybe you could get like bigger ones that take up the whole section for
because Joy-Con aren't
adult
expensive
hands.
enough already.
What are the I'm trying to see what the UI shows at the top. It has like
it's just a preview of the game. It's just like
Buzz
that's just
eShop.
that's just trailer. That's just trailer. He's running
Yeah,
around
no,
New York
no.
City.
No, it says games, Nintendo Shop,
Oh,
and apps.
and apps.
so that's taking a pay. This person that made this fan mock is a PlayStation owner, and they're pulling a lot of PlayStation type stuff UI into this because PlayStation on the PS5 you can quick tab over to multimedia.
Well, and do you really think they would only call it Super Mario Wonder? Look at the title that comes up at the bottom of the screen.
yeah.
I don't know
Guys,
how are
don't ruin
they
it.
promoting how are they promoting it on the website?
Don't ruin it. What do you mean? It's fake.
I don't like the bezel at the bottom.
That's for the non-max.
This is
I know
not
it's for
max.
the-
That's for the poor people, you know.
Oh wait. The max one doesn't have the best one.
That's at Nightcrawler724, crawler without the E.
Also, like, yeah, what's on the top? I don't understand what the top is. Volume, power, but it looks like something hooks onto it.
It can actually attach to a second screen that folds.
That would be pretty cool.
What does the thing say on Super Mario Wonder?
It just says Super Mario Wonder.
Yeah, I think it is called.
It
Super
doesn't say Mario Bros.
Yeah,
that's the official stuff from Nintendo says Super Mario Bros. Wonder.
Yeah. I just can't imagine that being left out.
They did that to protect themselves.
But yeah, if this is the real box art, they are going to have an issue like they did with the Wii U, because it says Nintendo Switch and then a tiny little 2. And it has all Nintendo Switch games. So, like, people aren't going to think it's a new system.
Well, they're not going to release any new games for it. It's just going to be they're just the deluxe versions.
This is the only way to play GameCube games on your Switch is you have to buy this.
Oh. No. No.
I'm trying to break down this UI. You know, what's the little thing in the right hand corner? Is that a Joy-Con?
Johnny.
But we're talking about it as if it's real. It's tomorrow. By the time this episode is live, we'll already know about it.
Cryptic says you have to be an ambassador for GameCube games as well.
You have to buy the first ones off the line for $50 more than they should cost, right? Or was it $100? How much did new 3DSs cost?
$250.
Here, look at all of these, because I just went onto Twitter to look up Nintendo Switch 2, and this is all of the things that pop up for tomorrow. It's just a bunch of mock-ups of like different things because people are clowning on it.
Oh, hey, Josh's tweet is like the top of the list.
You see, like,
you're all gonna look pretty silly when it actually gets revealed tomorrow.
That is 18,000 views. That's wild.
So this Nintendogs account was created in July of this year.
Wow.
Nice.
Look at the one on the screen right now. That is what I'm talking about. All right. that thing is ready for DS, and look at the D-pad. It's so tiny. Whoa. Look at this. All the screens: health, radar, map, zoom view, power.
the lighters.
The more I look at this, the less I think it's real.
Keep scrolling. There's something that has about the clock time in the new Mario Kart course. It says 10:10, and it doesn't move throughout the course. So the person's like, new Switch is going to be announced on October 10th.
I want that alarm clock.
What else has Nintendogs posted?
Go to their account. They have a new docking. It's that one. That's the account.
I'm nervous.
No, you're fine.
It's all good.
It has the new docking UI. This makes it look super fake and photoshopped.
Where it pops out of a pipe?
Yeah. Why would it do that?
And that's again, I keep saying it. I sound like a broken record, but it has so many similarities to PlayStation UI when it has like the the game and the stuff on the side.
Well, and you guys remember people like beat 'em ups and the length that he's gone to for some fake. Like, didn't he unbox the fake Zelda, like a
Yep.
fake Zelda Switch?
Mm-hmm.
That
Was that not real? I thought he got it early.
No,
It was-
he put out a tweet like or a video like a week or two after it said he faked the whole thing.
Oh.
Yeah,
was
but
pretty
was he
good.
telling the truth?
Well, because you
who-
think it was real, and then he got in trouble and was like,
Well,
"It's
yeah.
okay."
Oh, yeah.
The leaked images that we all posted on TikTok and stuff, like that was real. Those were legit. That was the legit console.
To me, this all seems like somebody that has been preparing for quite a while to get this all put together.
Mhm.
To just, whether it's to grow an account that started this month or
Say, how many followers do they have now?
1,300.
1,300. They are. There's no bio. There's nothing. Just Nintendogs.
And started in the last 19 days.
Hold on. They have 12 tweets. I only saw 4.
The only thing I will say is that they were awfully quick with adding Super Mario Brothers Wonder and the RPG, like
When was that direct?
3 weeks ago now.
I mean, how long does it take to make a video in After Effects?
Well, I'm sure some of this stuff's got to be. I'm assuming some of it's got to be done in Blender, like for the 3D models and stuff.
So this account keeps saying,
you don't think the screen render for the fake, like the model's already done? Don't you think that could just be dropped in as an After Effect, and that could be the last thing that was done? That should be easy to fake and do.
I talk into a microphone.
Yeah, I don't know. You do more Photoshop than all the rest of us.
Yeah, but I've done very little. I've done some stuff in After Effects, but not as much. And I mean, a lot
the
of this.
account, it just keeps saying today and tomorrow. Today and tomorrow. That's what they're replying.
Is there no dust cover on this proposed cart port?
So 5 hours ago, somebody replied to them saying, "I won't 100% believe this until I see something that isn't a 3D rendered video. Screams fake to me." And they just replied, "Well, so something's coming."
I mean, don't get me wrong. I think it looks nice and slick, but that bottom bezel that's what's docking. Like, from what we can tell, like in this footage, that screen does not go all the way to the bottom.
That's the poor person switch.
If I was this account, I would
Lawyer
treat
up.
No, I would treat it as if Nintendo took it down. Like if it's fake, I would, and
Just
you
to
really
keep
want
it
to
going.
lean into it, you
Yeah.
just say Nintendo took it down.
I love it.
Can you fake a deleted tweet like that?
Oh,
it was-
probably. Like DMCA'd.
Yeah.
Well, again, if this is somebody with a following, they could, be in their Discord and be like, "Yo, everybody, like, go and report this so it gets taken down."
This is a lot of effort if it's fake. Like a lot of effort.
Yeah, but some of these content creators that have plenty of time on their hands, like, this will come out like.
I bet Wood will make a video tomorrow how I created a fake Nintendo Switch.
Right.
And he's
we-
behind
we should
behind
beat
this
him to it.
account.
We should beat him to it and just claim it beforehand.
That's a good way to get sued, right?
Get sued for claiming somebody else's fake.
I can just imagine Nintendo looking at this because they for sure have seen it. And if it's fake and they're like, "Oh man, this is so much better than we could have ever come up with." They're looking at their Nintendo Switch U in the corner.
Oh my goodness. Well, Pikmin 4. Pikmin 4. Where did my mouse just die? Oh no, this is not good.
Do you have a magic mouse die?
This isn't good, guys. We have
Here,
We're just gonna be looking at this.
I'll at least
We-
fix
Ooh.
it. So
there we go.
I'll fix it.
Oh yeah. Don't worry. I plugged it in. We're good. It'll charge while we're.
That was great. Was
talking
that
here.
a podcast or was that a stream that you had to just sit there and stare at your mouse upside down while it charged?
I don't remember.
Okay. I remember it happening, but I don't remember what you were doing, if it was just a stream or if it was
What I can't do is pull up the Metacritic.
Oh, so Metacritic, it's 88 right now.
Yeah, it's dead. They gave me no warning. They just said no more mouse for you, buddy. So, but yeah, I just want to kind of to touch on some of the reviews from the different outlets just to see, what people are saying.
Cheesy put that tweet out that had all the scores, I think, here.
I do
Yeah,
want
and then-
to.
Stealth also had one.
I do want to put it out there that if you're playing this game or if you're getting this game for co-op, don't, because it
Why?
doesn't have like Pikmin 3 co-op. It's just like,
Is it just that versus thing?
no, it's well, there is the local versus, but the actual co-op is just like a pointer, and you could shoot items at things.
Oh, it's so they didn't go back to Pikmin 3?
No,
That's a bummer. Because I mean, I knew that that's how it was in the demo, but I figured that it was like when you collect more captains, you would be able to play as them.
no, I was watching the IGN review, and they said the co-op is it's kind of like in Mario Galaxy,
Yeah.
the pointer and the shooter.
Huh. That's weird.
Right off the bat, I literally believe that people use Metacritic as a way to get clicks, so they give games a 100.
Or a
Yeah, because
60,
they show
or
up
a
at the
60
top.
something of a good game or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Dextero says Pikmin 4 is an absolute delight. It's packed full of humor and charm and never failed to put a smile on my face. Whether you're a hardened fan or a newcomer to the franchise, there's plenty to love in this imaginative, morbid, satisfying sequel.
Nintendo sent me a survey about Pikmin demo. I let them know it was too talky in the demo.
They're trying to get people to buy this game. Miyamoto doesn't understand why it doesn't sell.
Yeah, I was thinking about that because I read the interview that they had today, and I think a lot of the tutorial parts of it is they are afraid that the gameplay is just too hard, so they have to oversimplify everything that you do in the game to make it easier to understand.
Apparently,
That's why
this is the easiest one in the series.
Yeah,
and that
that's
was
why
one of
they
my
talk
comments.
about-
That was one of my comments too. Is like, give me an option to say I've played a game before, like, because yeah,
I've played a game before.
But
All
like
right,
that was
maybe
one
they-
of the nice things about. Didn't Pokemon just recently do that, where you could skip a lot of the BS?
Oh, I don't know. Probably not. It's
I don't
Pokemon.
think so.
I thought there was one that said I've played this before. Like I've played a game like this before, and I don't remember.
So Nady Nay says didn't Pikmin sell more than Metroid? And we were talking about this. Well, I know Pikmin 4 and Pikmin 3 sold like 3 million copies. Pikmin 4 will probably sell more, but they mean like Mario level sales, like 20 million copies.
This is a C tier franchise. I don't think it'll ever.
They got to market it if they want to do that. They just don't
Met-
market it that well.
I feel like Metroid at least sits in the B tier.
You don't
Well,
think
I mean, that's
that
the problem. Nobody buys Metroid. You got to buy Metroid. You're telling
Yeah.
me there's 125 million Switches out there, and it can't sell through to 10% of the user base?
They don't do a good job explaining what the game is.
of what?
Of
Pikmin
what
or-
Pikmin? Yeah, like it's a twist on the RTS genre, and it's, I don't know, it's different, but it's fun. I mean, I didn't really have much exposure into the franchise until 3, but like I enjoyed 3. I'll pick up 1 and 2 when they come out physically, I think, but not until then.
I think the time limit scares people away. I know
Mhm.
it's not like they should just do away with it.
Doesn't
Like,
it? I haven't watched any reviews yet, but doesn't it kind of go away this game because you get to go play at night?
Well, there's no overarching like 30-day in-game limit like the first one.
Yeah,
But there still is a day-night cycle, and if the nighttime apparently is just like a tower defense mode.
Oh,
so it's not like you could do the same things
you
during
can't just
the day
keep
as
going
at night.
through the day. Yeah,
Yeah, and you can't use like your red, yellow.
Yeah, you have to use
pink
the glow Pikmin.
You have to use the glow Pikmin. They are trying to make it more accessible. Like you could only have 3 different types of Pikmin out at a time. So it's
You've
not
actually
as
piqued my
confusing.
interest more with the hearing like more like tower defense and stuff. Like I
Don't tell me what to do with 3 Pikmin type. Come on.
Hitman says, I think RTS is a niche genre in general.
Yes.
Are we just bingo carding right now or what?
Oh, I love that we've been doing this long enough that we have like all of
I
our
want
drinking
to
games.
see somebody mock up a NPC bingo card for stupid crap that we say.
I want somebody to take all of the times we've said niche and make the Super Mario Brothers theme where it's like niche, 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 niche. You know,
Just auto tune it. Yeah.
Yeah.
The whole niche thing has slipped my mind for a while. Now it's back in there.
Yep.
And yeah, Pikmin is a niche title.
It is, but I think it's going to grow with this entry.
I think you're the biggest defender. I think out of the 4 of us, you're probably the most hyped for it. But
I think so.
Yeah.
Maybe. Johnny, are you not that excited for it?
I am excited for it, but I don't think it's gonna get much bigger than it already is.
I need to go to GameStop because I think that has the best pre-order whateverness, and see if I can't get the 7 pins for it. I need to do that tomorrow. But
to get like a monumental shift, they need to do something like Breath of the Wild did. Because the Pikmin gameplay has been the same for 4 entries.
But if you read the developer interview, they talk about that and how they are allowing the players to play the way that they want to play, not that it's now not like it was before where it was set to certain rules. Because now Ochi is kind of your Breath of the Wild Odyssey kind of change up, because you can upgrade Ochi. Ochi also helps you carry your Pikmin. Ochi is also an attacker, or maybe you control Ochi to go get Pikmin, or not, like you control your captain. So I think there's going to be many different ways that you're going to be able to play this game. And from what I saw, someone said that it took them like 29 hours to finish the game. So it's a pretty big game. And
That's not big.
Well, it's pretty big for a Pikmin game, yeah.
I mean, but like on the surface, if you watch Pikmin 4 trailers and gameplay, it's just more Pikmin.
Yes, because that's what they're doing.
That's not what I mean by monumental shift.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, Star Fox isn't in this game.
Well, if they had some open world to explore, like that would probably entice more people.
I think that this game is going to entice more people because it is brand new to the series.
It's gonna sell 3.5 million copies.
No, Pikmin 3 on the Switch is different because people already had an experience with that game. So they already know what to expect and they can tell others about it. But now that we have a new entry in the series, we're all going to be experiencing it for the first time. This is a new game in the series for 10 years.
But it's still Pikmin.
It's still Pikmin, but everything on the Switch has been selling. So
Yeah, but I don't think it's gonna sell more than 5 million copies.
I think it will easily sell 5 million.
Crawler, pass the popcorn.
I'm looking to see if I
3.5
can't put
million.
text up on the screen because I want to be like communication error breakout.
No,
I think Cheesy thinks that this is bigger IP than it actually is.
No, I don't think that. I think that it has the opportunity to grow.
Metroid sold 1 million copies or whatever.
Okay. Metroid
Prime
Returns.
Metroid Dread sold 3 million.
For audio
I'm
listeners,
sorry,
it says
Pikmin's
communication error.
Stop trying to make
breakout.
Pikmin happen. Pikmin's never gonna happen. You know, it will make its 3 million. It'll sell its 3 million copies. Probably be profitable off that, and then they'll be okay.
Yeah, I think it's going to do more than 3 million.
Ooh,
it took 10 years. It took 10 years for them to figure out the way that they want Pikmin 4 to work and for it to sell. You know, if you guys would actually do your research when Nintendo puts out interviews and kind of learn about the game, maybe you would understand what I'm talking about.
Here's the thing, though.
You don't know how to read.
No. Like, just the casual audience is not going to do that. They need to be shown.
And I think that they're doing that. Ochi is super cute. And that was one of their selling points for a new Pikmin game. They talked about how they would want you to be able to ride on something. And they talked about a Bulborb, that you were going to be able to ride one of the Bulborbs. But then they thought Ochi, a dog, space dog kind of character, is a cute selling point.
I don't think it's going to do what they... It's just a Pikmin. It looks like a Pikmin game.
What did 3 sell on Switch? Do we know?
Like 3 million copies. It is the best-selling Pikmin game.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it beats Pikmin 3 then.
I think it will.
You don't think Pikmin 4 is going to beat Pikmin 3?
I don't know.
I think the way that it looks is also very enticing, and how you are kind of ground level instead of kind of having a top-down view. That's pretty neat. There's a lot of like challenges that you'll find. Another chip challenge? I don't know. I mean, I had to do one already. Johnny can't say that he has done one.
I will never lose. Like, there's no way I'm losing.
You would never do it in the first place.
Yes, I would.
You would?
Yes.
You guys want to take an over-under on 3 million?
I think it's going to be 3.5 million. I could be wrong, but we haven't seen updated sales.
You couldn't be wrong. Which is it?
We haven't seen updated sales on Zelda yet. We don't know if that hit 20 million. Splatoon 3 didn't outsell Splatoon 2 yet, so
not yet.
I said within the year, and it's already been over. Well, within the fiscal year, and it's already been past the fiscal year.
I was going to say Splatoon 3 hasn't been out for a year yet.
We should have financials, right? It
should be
quarter closed at the end of June, right?
Yeah.
So here in like a week or two, maybe.
Do you guys want to hear a few more reviews?
Sure.
So, God is a Geek. Pikmin 4 is the culmination of all that's come before it. Modernized in a truly magical way, there is so much to do, and it's hard to think anyone wouldn't find fun here. Twinfinite says, this is my first true Pikmin experience, and even as a newcomer to the series, I found myself completely enthralled by the vibrant landscapes and intuitive gameplay and charming characters I encountered on my journey. That was a 90 out of 100. God is a Geek gave it a 95. Dextero a 100. Spazio Games, Pikmin 4 is simply the biggest, most ambitious, good-looking title of the franchise yet. It offers the well-known and loved gameplay of the series with a lot of twists and surprises, and at least 3 times the content squeezed in Pikmin 3. Definitely a must-play for Switch owners. Level Up, 85 out of 100. Says Pikmin 4 captures the essence of the franchise, even if it doesn't redefine the gaming landscape. While it doesn't revolutionize gaming, it delivers the familiar real-time strategic gameplay and introduces interesting changes to the open philosophy in level design and beautiful atmosphere. and beautiful atmosphere will immerse players in a miniature world. Though it may be too easy and lacks an intriguing story, Pikmin 4 is a solid addition to the series. GameSpot gave it a 70 and said the story, like most Pikmin, like most of Pikmin 4, is gentle and unobtrusive. It's all just very agreeable and sweet, and there's a certain gratification that comes from directing your little army of plant people to gather treasures like fruits and Game Boy Advance cartridges. The more Pikmin 4 leans into fashioning itself after a more traditional game with competition and fail states, the more prone it is to getting in its own way. Sometimes it's enough to simply have a relaxing activity. Interesting take. I want to see some of the lower scores here. We'll get down to the bottom. Oh, that looks like
Well, I
that
think
is
you get
the that
it was
is
like
the
71.
lowest one. That was a 70, and the gamer gave it a 70. It says Pikmin 4 isn't quite the best game in the series, but it's certainly the most confident. With this new entry, Nintendo has decided to wipe away much of the past tedium in favor of ensuring moment-to-moment gameplay is more enjoyable than ever. But eradicating its past frustrations also removes much of the challenge and depth from the game's battles and puzzles. Commanding its multicolored armies and pilfering this planet of its treasures while gathering a motley crew of comrades kept me enraptured for hours. Just don't come into this expecting the harsh journey back home to be a little more than a leisurely stroll. So it sounds like the difficulty is what kind of lowered the score for the reviewer at the gamer, giving it a 70 out of 100. They would have seems like they would have liked to see a little more challenge. And what do you guys think about that? Do you think, I mean, you know, I think we somewhat praised it that there's like a night mode and stuff like that, but do you think them removing that aspect of it takes some of the, like, why did we care so much about these little Pikmin while we were playing the game if they got left behind? You know, like all of a sudden
Because we watched them get murdered, and we didn't want to see it.
yeah. And now that's essentially gone, right? It
No, that still happens.
If
You could leave Pikmin behind. Like, it's still like you have the day to complete stuff, and if there's any Pikmin left, they still die.
And Pikmin can still get eaten.
Yeah.
Which is something that they talked about, is how they want the game to be, you know, charming, but also this is kind of a morbid world that they live in.
It tracks how many die in your stats.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to see the person that's gonna 100% it all the way through and not have one Pikmin die.
That'll probably be me.
Yeah, probably.
Day one.
You've already done it.
I would have given it 100 just to be at the top, right there by Dextero. Right at the top. So,
I think accessibility is always a good thing. And, you know, if there were people that didn't like playing Pikmin because they thought it was too difficult, they now have the option of it being a little easier. But also, if they didn't have a big audience to begin with, this might actually bring them in.
I think they could have went the Fire Emblem route, where they could have had like a classic mode and casual mode, because apparently there's no difficulty settings in this game, so it's just
so it's Dark Souls
base setting. What?
It's Dark Souls.
Dark Souls, yeah.
You can change the auto lock though, right? Like for diehard fans that don't want the auto lock on, they can change it.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't read anything they told me, so.
Of course. I love it. I love it. The Nintendo seems to do a fantastic job of trying to keep games accessible for everybody and it's not an easy thing to do. How do you make something playable for a 6-year-old and, you know, people in their 30s and 40s and 20s and
Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah, but can like a 6-year-old play Tears of the Kingdom?
Sure.
My middle is playing Tears of the Kingdom. My youngest thinks she is, but she's not. But I have a 7-year-old that's playing it. I mean, Yeah.
Uh,
They're not very good at it, but like they're
Hit-
getting experience.
Hitman says, Mario does it to a certain extent, and like Odyssey, its end game was extremely difficult, but the majority of the game was relatively easy, right? And it progresses with time. Like they've been doing it since the original Super Mario Brothers, And I mean, I can think back to Super Mario Brothers Wii, the new Super Mario Bros. Wii, right? And my daughters, they hand me the controller to my come home from work, but what do they want to play? The first level. They did not want to die. They did not want me telling them to get in the bubble,
Well, that's why they added Nabbit to
and Funky Kong.
and Funky Kong.
Right. Yeah. And so they do a fantastic job with that to keep it. But if they lean too far one direction, in the case of that, that review, it being a little more casual than hardcore, seemed to take some of the fun out of it. Now, maybe it's one of those things that comes later. Maybe there's a hardcore mode that comes later.
Yeah, like a boss rush or something. That'd be cool.
Yeah, or a survival where you're just trying to like last as long as you can before you run out of you only have an X amount of number of Pikmin, and you gotta.
Well, apparently there are challenges, like the Dundori or whatever the heck it's called.
Yeah,
that mode. Like those are like challenges. You get only a certain amount of Pikmin, and you have to finish it in a certain time limit.
My guess is the person that like gave it a lower review score, not bad, is a fan of the series, and maybe it wasn't difficult for them. But I imagine for newcomers who are fighting those bosses, those are scary characters. They don't look great. They're kind of terrifying, so it might stress them out a little bit.
I'm excited to pick this game up and play it a little longer than I played the demo.
Look at it. You'll look at it. You'll look at the icon.
I can't tell you guys the last time I opened a Switch game I bought.
Have you even gotten far enough to be able to progress your stuff over? And you probably should do that before Friday, so that you can just pick up and keep playing versus having to sit through all the talkie stuff again.
Yeah. I will do my best on that one, on that front. So we'll see. I still haven't I'm not any further in Tears of the Kingdom than the last time we talked about Tears of the Kingdom. So,
was that just 2 temples down? Is that what you are?
2 temples. I shot the arrow through that rock, and I'm still talking.
You haven't even done the water temple. You haven't. Okay.
I don't think
you.
Have you done one temple?
No, he hasn't. He hasn't even done the wind temple yet. No.
Nah, I have no companions or whatever they are. So.
And you're going for the worst one first as well.
They're kind of annoying. The sages are annoying.
Perfect.
You accidentally hit them.
Great. Lovely. So, but I mean, I've been going hard on 1-2 switch. Everyone 1-2 switch.
All right, which sells more? Everybody 1-2 switch or Pikmin 4?
That's not a fair comparison. That's a $30 game versus a $60 game.
But it's everybody 1-2 switch.
That's funny that you use the word game with everyone 1-2 switch. It's a tech demo number 2.
There's a game to go hide your Joy-Con to try to lose it. Like, come on.
Does 1-2 switch outsell the original, or does Pikmin 4 outsell the original 1-2 switch?
How many did 1-2 switch sell?
I think like 3.5 or so.
More than it should have.
Then you're coming back to your number.
That's the magic number for sequels, apparently.
Let me just see.
Whatever beat Switch 1-2 switch, you're guaranteed a sequel at that point.
Unless it's Mario Odyssey.
It sold over 3.63 million copies.
All right, how many did Pikmin 3 sell?
Oh, here we go. Johnny's like, why do I got to be the numbers guy on the show too?
I got to Google it, and it's never accurate. Okay, that can't be right. It says as of December 21, Pikmin 3 Deluxe has sold 2.23 million.
So it was lower than 3 million.
Yeah, I thought it was 3. Oh boy.
I thought it was too.
So Pikmin, the original Pikmin sold 1.6, Pikmin 2 1.1. The Wii versions, which had an install base of like 100 million, they didn't even break 500,000. Pikmin 3 on the Wii U sold 1.2. Hey Pikmin only sold 440,000. Pikmin 3 Deluxe 2.23 million. I think 3.5 might be a little high now.
How have we not seen a number for Pikmin 3 after?
I'm seeing February of 20 as of December. Pikmin franchise has sold 7.65 million, but that's not. Where did you see that? What was the number in December of 21?
2.23. Now I understand why Miyamoto is annoyed that his baby doesn't sell that well.
What I think would be a fun topic is to go through, from starting at the Super Nintendo, look at new IP that was on that system, i.e. Star Fox, and then kind of look at the history of those games, how they've done. GameCube introduced Animal Crossing, Pikmin. The 64 introduced Wave Race, 1080. Like there's like the different games, the Switch, what other than ARMS, kind of the only new IP. The Wii U introduced Splatoon.
Well, there's Ring Fit Adventure.
Yeah, the sports games.
So apparently Pikmin Bloom was downloaded 3 million times.
That's free.
Generated $5.3 million in revenue.
I'm also curious to know how many people downloaded Pikmin 1 and 2 just for the time being while they wait for Pikmin 4, because
we won't see those sales numbers.
No,
I
know.
5 people.
5 people?
Yeah, at least 5 people.
I know Hate Zero was pretty excited. He's a huge Pikmin fan. So
I bought them. I'm supporting this IP.
You support every IP, whether you like it or not.
And they're sealed sometimes, or sorry, they're not sealed. You don't buy physical, so they're just sitting unplayed on your.
Yeah, I should have bought Metroid. I could buy Metroid Prime Remastered again.
What, physically?
Yeah.
Okay.
I bought it digitally and ended up with 2 copies of it physically, so I don't know.
I hear there's a reversible cover in there, but I haven't unwrapped it. So.
Before we end, there's a rumor of Metroid Prime 2 remastered coming soon.
Soonish.
Yeah.
So it better have the multiplayer.
We get a direct?
I don't know.
Yeah, we're supposed to have a direct in September. That's what it said.
Yeah, it was Jeff Grubb who said that Metroid Prime 2 is coming soonish, a Nintendo Direct, and something Zelda related by the end of the year.
DLC.
That's not Tears of the Kingdom.
Wind Waker, Twilight Princess.
Wind Waker.
I can't imagine they would sell another Zelda game in the same year and then not have and try put. There's got to be DLC for.
Because it's launching with that Nintendo Switch 2.
Nate's comment is really funny if you get the context of it. He said, and this is why Grubb has short hair now, because he said that Metroid Prime Remaster was going to come out at the end of by the end of 2022, and it didn't.
It's not that hard of a prediction to make. I know he's considered an insider or whatever, but to say, there's a Nintendo Direct in September, yeah, we all know this. To say that they'll probably release something Zelda-wise, yeah, it's not that surprising.
That's when Nintendo Live is going to be.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's not that shocking. I could be an insider.
You are. You are. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for being here with us live. Thank you for listening wherever you are in the world. We really do appreciate you, and we will see you in the next one. Bye, everybody.